everyone. Welcome back to the Local Loop. And I am so excited to be sitting here with Tom Ferry.
Hi, everybody.
For those of you who don't know Tom, Tom is a writer. You've written several books.
Yes.
He's a coach. He's my coach,
Yes.
business coach, and speaker. And we're here at Mohegan Sun for the William Ravis Convention and Award Ceremony. And
Yes.
you're speaking tomorrow, which is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So, I thought since this is going out to sellers and mostly sellers, like what advice would you give to the typical seller of like how they interview an agent? Because I feel like there's so many times that, I'll meet with sellers, especially expired listings.
Sure.
And I'll be like, how did you get to that agent? And they don't really have a system, or they didn't really have the correct questions to ask them.
Yeah. Well, so just for background, so I've had about 30 years in this industry working with CEOs of companies, top producing real estate agents, brand new agents, mortgage companies, title insurance, the sort of the whole gamut of, call it 17% of the GDP of the US. So whether it's a tech company like Zillow or Realtor.com or a huge company like yours, I've been very blessed to see behind the scenes, right, the data, what's working, what's not working, synthesizing that, and then trying to help bring all that to my best clients so they can support you. So the simple answer around a seller today, think about the world. We only move every 7 to 10 years. So what do we do with tremendous confidence and certainty that we only do once a decade? The answer is nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Right? So what happens is, at least today, we can get on this device and we can type in good real estate agent in Hoobie-Doo, right? Whatever city that you're in.
Right.
But most people don't do that. They actually still say like, well, I did get some postcards. And there's that really nice gal we see her all the time at the grocery store.
The one at church.
Right, the one at church, right? And of course the mistake in that is I say, look, if you had, heaven forbid, a situation with a child or a family member or a friend who desperately needed a very intricate surgery, you're not just gonna pick anybody. You're gonna go online, you're gonna do your research, you're gonna read reviews, you're gonna wanna know everything you can before you send your child or a loved one into that situation. Well, I think selling a home in today's environment,
right,
with how much is happening in the real estate environment, both here in Connecticut and around the world, that we need an expert who has a proven track record, who can basically produce a repeatable and scalable approach to getting a home sold, regardless of market conditions. So the good news is, and I know you got this, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank
Big
you.
shout out to you. So I have been helping work with and advising the people at Zillow for almost a decade.
Yeah.
And they revolutionized the industry when they first came out and said, consumers should write reviews on agents, right? Now, if you know Rich Barton, the founder, he says it's all about power to the people. It's about transparency. Like, we should know if this person's good or they're bad, right? Based upon their service levels.
The consumer deserves to know.
The consumer absolutely deserves to know. And up until that time, that stuff was hidden. So what you were told is like, hey, you should talk to Martha. She's really, she's really great. Like, we played tennis together for the last 5 years, right? Look, you didn't say, well, what is Martha's, net promoter score? Like, what is her service levels? How do people respond to her? How many reviews does she have? How many what's her track record? How many transactions? What's her average list to sell price? Like all these more
days
technical questions, days on market that the average consumer shouldn't know and probably doesn't think about, which is why they usually make the mistake. There's close to 20% of every property that gets listed doesn't sell.
No.
Not just in Connecticut, across the country in a really hot market.
And you don't want to be in that position.
No. Yeah. So Zillow did something interesting. I actually heard about it yesterday from the CEO of the company that they are now, after having millions and millions and millions of customer satisfaction calls, emails, and texts to people that go to their site and say, I'd like to see this property at 1234 Banana Street.
Right.
And Joy responds very quickly, answers their questions, gives them good feedback.
Because
maybe
you told me to.
Well, yes, because
right.
we know how to operationalize and run the things that matter. But we didn't know that Zillow was going to do this.
No.
We just knew that at the end of the day, the customer deserves a better quality real estate agent. They deserve a better quality experience. We're in a world today where you get on your phone, you push a button and magic happens. A car shows up, food gets delivered. I mean, it's unbelievable. But real estate didn't have that. So now, like, you got Zillow's best.
Yeah.
And you should be celebrating that.
Well, it just came out today, and I don't even really know what it means, but so they've been sending out these surveys. Right?
So they've surveyed millions of people that bought or didn't. How was your experience with Joy? Scale from 1 to 10. How referable is she? Would you tell your friends? Now, in the world that's called Net Promoter Score, NPS, everything 9 and 10 is basically where Apple lives. You with me? Apple operates at a 9 or 10 on their Net Promoter Score. Right?
Or
Microsoft,
Amazon.
not so much. Amazon, 9 or 10 on their Net Promoter Score. because of your service levels, because of your diligence, because of your ability to follow up and serve those customers in the way that they want. Not a closer salesperson who's trying to sell them a house, but like really consultatively helping them make a good decision.
Right.
You got that score.
Yeah, we
So
got
it had
a
to mean-
94 actually.
Yeah, that means hundreds of people have said Joy's the real deal. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Tom. This is so exciting. So Tom is my coach, and he has a great video show too, the Tom Ferry show, and
very real estate agent specific.
Yes.
So if you're not a real estate agent, it probably won't.
But it's amazing. And one of your first conferences, I don't know if you ever remember this, but I was at the gym at 5:30 in the morning, and I was doing my thing, and I was watching the Tom Ferry show, and then right next to me comes Tom Ferry, and I was like, oh my gosh!
I was probably doing this. Oh my gosh, that's totally cool.
So thank
that.
you so much. Yeah. And we owe our success to our business to you. So thank you so much.
You're very kind. You're very kind. You do all the work, and you keep helping people like this, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you so much.